Monday night, and this podcast night. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Guillotines and Guitars here at the Hartsville.
Guillotines and Guitar Studio.
There you go.
Studio.
Forgot where we were. We're on Cut 9 Season 2 tonight.
Yep.
And we got some hot topics for you tonight. We got guillotines. What horror movie prop would you take on, would you, if you could? And guitars. Who's your favorite rock rhythm player? There we go.
Yeah. Chris
That
got
was
both
smooth.
rhythm guitars. Chris got both of them right the first time.
That's right. That's what we're talking about tonight. Hope you guys been following this, paying attention, been commenting, been sharing. We hope all that's going on behind the doors. I got a rap song out that I didn't know I had. Check it out. Check it out on our live video we just made tonight. Or tonight.
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. I'm famous.
Gonna go viral.
AKA Pinky and my Stinky.
Yeah,
You could be famous by the time this goes out.
All right, that's what we're talking about tonight. I need a shot. Can we go ahead and flip the coin? Let's expedite this because I need a shot.
I've got the shots ready to go.
Go
but
ahead.
We got to flip a coin to get
Go
it
ahead,
first.
Scott. Let's go ahead.
Hold on, we don't want to flip. We got to have a drum roll.
Drum roll ready?
Yep.
All right,
Go ahead and put in that sausage. And it's guitars. This is a good topic. This is gonna prolong for a little bit.
It might.
What
Might
we
not.
got tonight's Trey for our shots.
Let me tell you what we have for tonight's shot. Ladies and gentlemen, pay close attention.
But please tell me it don't have anything to do with pinkies. Or
We have there's nothing pinky or stinky about this. But this does involve nipples. We have two choices tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know who the ladies are, but the ladies and gentlemen listening. For the gentlemen here at the table, we have, you want buttery nipples or buttery nipples?
That's a hard choice.
Let's go with the latter.
You know what? Let's change it up a bit. How about buttery nipples like normal or buttery nipples chocolate?
Whoa.
Chocolate
Whoa.
nipples.
Yes, do the chocolate nipples.
That shot kind of goes with that rap song you got.
Chocolate nipples, chocolate nipples.
Oh, no.
Let's do some chocolate buttery nipples.
Yeah, let's do it. That's interesting. That's a good call, man. I bet you had a hard time at the liquor store today. Man, those buttery chocolate nipples?
Those or those?
Hey, Trey,
Yes, sir.
be careful when you putting stuff down on the table.
Oh, was it loud?
Yeah.
See, I'm not used to making a bunch of noise on that table. It's all quiet back here.
Does it smell pretty good?
Yeah, it does.
Smells like chocolate nipples.
Smell like chocolate nipples.
It does.
You want to tickle the pickle?
I don't. Thanks for the offer. But
Coming soon in second number one. Yeah.
That's right.
Tickle the pickle. Oh my God.
I can't even drink my shot. Shut up.
I can't either.
what
I
kind
still got
of what
mine.
kind of question is that?
All right, let's go. Ready?
I'm still tickling my pickle.
Oh my God. I think Carol and I are already done.
We got the giggles and we can't stop. Stop it. Right now. Stop it. No more pickle in my tickle. Pickle in my tickle.
God.
Did you say no more pickle in your pickle?
I'm done. Stop.
I got it down. Oh, I didn't think I was going to get it down.
Oh, my God.
I swear I thought that was coming back.
I did too.
Did you see Carol?
That's why I rolled.
Put that away.
That son of a gun had some booze in it, buddy.
Woo.
I had to hurry up and get that. That was delicious, by the way. That was really delicious.
It was.
All right. No, get serious. No more laughing. Stop. Because it's uncontrollable right now.
That's going to do it for this episode.
Dang it. Oh, Oh, God. Okay. All right. Guitars. Talking about our favorite rhythm rock guitarists out there.
And where do we come up with this?
Oh, yeah. These are the viewer's choice.
Choice.
Yep. Go ahead. Introduce the guitars for us.
So our
Who was the listener who introduced this topic?
that'd be Mr. Smythe, Dobby Smythe.
Dobby Smythe.
He's going
Thank
to
you,
kill
Dobby.
you.
Dobby, we appreciate it. Always looking
Dr.
forward.
Dobby.
Yeah, Dr. Dobby Smythe. That is correct.
Dobie Smith. Thank you, Mr. Dobie. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Appreciate you listening. Appreciate you participating.
Dobie had a couple of, if I remember right, he had a couple of different options for us to choose from. I think wasn't he one of them that had two of them?
Yep.
He
So
did.
we have a couple, and there were actually a lot of people that made choices from.
And there was a lot of good ones, too.
Yeah, both from our YouTube, not our YouTube, but our Facebook, and they emailed us and sent us text messages. And
So we got...
It was mainly emails. We got a bunch of emails.
Yeah, we got a lot we're going to put in the vault. So
Yeah, but
especially the ones that were public, though, like the ones on Facebook, we'll definitely use those as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe the next episode. Of course, people listening now already know if we did it or not.
yep,
That is
that's
true.
right. This is true.
I have a hard time remembering that we're not live right now. We were just live, but now we're not live.
I do that all the time. I'm like, didn't you listen to last week's episode? They're like, oh, for Santa Claus, Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween?
You got to quit drinking before you come up here.
I was like, Halloween's over with. Well, that was last week's episode. But yeah.
I hope you panning on his face when he said that. From
Yeah, I did. I didn't realize that I had the camera on you when you were about to throw up your drink there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I swapped to that camera that's on right now, that you were pointing at, and I didn't realize what you were doing. So-
Really got you. He was just wondering why
Hey,
I was
I-
rolling away.
I kept my composure.
You did.
I almost it
composure
almost
is not a word that we should have in our vocabulary right now because I don't think any of us really do.
I know.
All right, so we're talking about our favorite rhythm guitar players of all time. So there is a lot out there as when I was just searching.
A few,
And
for
there's
sure.
a few that popped up in the rock section that I was like, why are they in the rock section? But they're there. Jerry Reed was in the rock section. Tell me how that's possible.
Eastbound and down. But he's not a rhythm guitar player. So how did he show up in that?
I
Because
know.
Jerry
Reed can play.
He was in the
He-
top 50, a matter of fact.
were you looking for guitar players or were you looking
Rhythm guitar players. That's the
Did you
specific
put that
topic.
in your search?
Yes,
And you
I got it
spelled
right here in
rhythm
front of me.
Yeah, because Jerry Reed he's not a rhythm guy.
He's a renowned
picker.
Yeah, he's a picker for sure.
But yeah, that's what it said. But a lot, Chuck Berry, is that?
You obviously you
See,
definitely
yeah, you were
you went to the wrong Google.
Did you use
you were
Goggle?
looking at something else.
He was looking at Goggle.
Goggle.
He didn't put any gas in Google.
Yeah.
Well, they're still great guitar players.
They are.
Yes, they are.
But they're
But they're
also
not rhythm
but they're
guitar
also known for being great guitar players, like great lead guitar players. That's okay. Look something else up.
I am.
Yeah. Anyway,
Let's move on, yeah.
While you look it up, I'll put one out there, and he is kind of he does some leads, so he,
A lot of rhythm do.
a lot of them do, but one that I kept coming back to was James Hetfield. He's one that I think.
Well, I thought,
Yeah.
That was mine.
yeah. You went with Chuck.
You were
Yeah,
still
you
you
were
were still
Jerry.
looking at your
You went
iPad.
Jerry Reed and
picked
Chuck
out
Berry.
of-
You went with two lead guitars.
Go ahead, I'll pick another one, damn it. It'll be better than him.
That Dobby will not be happy with you, bro.
But anyway, James Hetfield, I think, even though he does, leads in some of their songs, he just his sound, just I think we brushed over it in a previous episode, where just he has that thick, chunky,
Yep.
chug sound.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
That's
He
you
has
could tell it's
crafted
him.
his skill.
Yeah.
Sticks.
He don't play sticks, he plays guitar.
He's trying to get Siri to help him out.
But to me, James Hetfield, he's one of those who he is. I mean, and he writes most of the riffs for Metallica, I think, anyway. So, and it's when you listen to him and listen to him play, I mean, yeah, it's just like, you know, it's on point. He's a great guitarist, and you know, he does most of the rhythm. So, I mean, to me, he is one of the top rhythm guitar players. I think
I
definitely.
agree with that.
Yep.
That's a fair choice. Good choice. Chris would have come up with that if you hadn't.
Well, I know.
I gotta start your stupid iPad because it ain't working.
Well, I told you to bring yours.
Go ahead, Carol.
So for me, it's going to be Izzy Stradlin. You hear about Guns N' Roses, you always hear about Slash. You hear about Axl. You hear about Chris. But so, you know, Izzy's kind of always like way in the background, and you hear nothing about him. But if you listen to their albums and stuff, you know, I think he's a
Where he flourished at, well, one of the songs. This is just one, but that rhythm he put to
I'm too sexy.
no,
We're
wasn't
not
sure,
gonna take it.
wasn't sure, but set my mind at ease. Patience.
Patience.
So that section he put together was freaking awesome.
Yeah, but I think he falls, you know, beneath the shadows, and he never gets any recognition. I don't think, because you think about James Hetfield, he gets recognition for what he does.
Well, but he's not getting recognition as the rhythm guitar player. He's getting recognition for the singer, but then
Singer and songwriter.
But then he plays so many his
riffs.
fills and stuff, and his riffs.
Yeah,
It's with Izzy Stradlin.
Sometimes it's hard to call James Hetfield a rhythm guitar player.
Right.
Sometimes, I mean, but he's focusing on the vocals, so he does do more rhythm. But
right.
Yeah, well, that's one thing why I was kind of back and forth with him, because it was with James Hetfield, you know. I mean, and he does do leads too, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, so he can play leads, but he's not your traditional rhythm guitar player. That's all he does is just do rhythm. But you know, going back to what Carol said with Izzy Stradlin, have you? I come across something on YouTube years ago. It was Izzy Stradlin's isolated guitar tracks for Appetite for Destruction.
Oh yeah, no, I hadn't.
Oh, but you need to look it up.
Yeah,
and listen to it, where it's just his guitar parts for each song.
Yeah,
man, he does some cool stuff.
You know
what I mean, it's some amazing stuff. It complements Slash so well. I mean, I listened to it, and I think I sat there because I mean they got, I think, like about every song on Appetite for Destruction was just his isolated tracks, and I clicked on it just to listen to it, you know, and I sat there and listened to, I think, every song just because I was so, you know, I was so intrigued by it. I was like, he does a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
You know what? There was something that goes right along with what you're saying. Back in the day, our old drummer Jonathan told me one day. He said, "Dude, you got to listen to Guns N' Roses with the headphones on, because we'd all listen with the stereos and in the car and stuff like that. But then you put the headphones on so you can hear left and right. And they had how they had it mixed.
They had it, mixed.
It was so separate. A lot of times they're just barely. And Carol, you know how they usually do it, just a little bit separate.
A little bit,
but it was so separate that you could hear one guitar so clear in one ear and another guitar so clear in the other ear, so you could hear all these little fills that Izzy was doing.
You can.
And it was crazy how much that separated when you put headphones on.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, you can go and get just the isolated tracks from Izzy and his playing on the whole Appetite for Destruction album. And I mean, it's. I sat there expecting to play and listen to.
I thought he was just gonna be strumming.
Yeah, and listen to a few, you know, minutes here and there. I think I ended up listening to the whole album. You know, listening to what his parts.
It's like a musical opus.
Yes.
Just it's different in every section. There's nothing to say. Not really a rhythm. It just puts little accents to it.
Did you Google something?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
He said Opus.
I know.
You know, that's going to be the band, the guitar player from Opus.
I'm not tooting our own horn, but when we get together acoustic, it's an Opus, man, because there's just different things going on, and I love it. It's a musical opus.
It's an opus.
It's an opus.
Can you explain to our listeners what opus is?
Opus. I'll put in a sentence.
It was a musical opus.
Thank you. That's what I'm about to say.
Don't let Trey take your
He was about to say, I already used it in this.
But yeah, man, that's
Yeah, it was a musical opus.
Yeah.
those guys right there. Just like in the music video patients, you see them all. There's two rhythms going on in one lead. I don't know who's got the other one. I know.
Yeah, well, in
What's his name?
In the video, they're not
Duff.
actually.
Yeah, Duff plays.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And there's what, if I'm not mistaken, there's two rhythms in one lead going on, and
In Patience.
both the yes, look at yeah.
I was agreeing with you.
Oh, and they're just doing.
I was reiterating.
It's
opus.
so beautiful, There's just so much, different things going on with the rhythm. Well, like they just thought out the box. Okay, rhythm. We're going to take this to another level. We're going to put this little feel in here. Hey, you keep doing that, and I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to go G right here. You go low L right here. And we're going to do this right here. I mean, it was.
You sounded
But
pretty good.
the
And you said something about
quick,
the G.
quick off the rails.
Should have stayed with Dale.
So a quick
He just took the
story.
L.
They was, doing drugs in studio. They was, just sitting around, and the story goes.
That's hearsay.
The story goes, they was sitting there and they put this song together in the studio, and the producer, who was,
Smoking reefer.
yep, and they just
Smoking
pressed
J
play.
reefer.
And they had to do a couple cut, like the first cut they did. They pressed play, and it was like, we need to put some lyrics because it was just instrumental. They was just messing around, and then Axel went back and wrote a song. It was all in one night. That's how the story tells it. And they end up shooting the video how they thought of the song, just sitting around in the studio.
It was a musical and video opus.
Opus. I mean, let's start doing drugs because that obviously it works. We need to do some drugs and write an awesome song, and we'll quit doing drugs afterwards.
Obviously, we do not advocate doing drugs. We don't do drugs.
If you or somebody
We'll
you know
talk
has a
after.
problem with alcohol or drugs,
Call this hotline or refer Chris.
But anyway, yeah, that right there was a great rhythm selection.
erection selection.
So
That's all.
Are you
That's
going?
all I do.
Oh man,
Are you
That's the only way to explain that song.
Erection selection.
So are you going with the same choice that I went with? Izzy?
No.
No, you got another one.
let me tag on. I don't know what he's looking at. Actually, I see what he's looking at. I'm not.
God.
That's all right. I'm not
Go
using yours
ahead. Still,
because I
still,
did.
Take it.
I did my homework. And I don't think that.
Well, I got two choices. This is my second one.
Okay. Well, I've got two choices too. I'm going to say both of them. The first one was actually going to be my second one. And I'm not a Rolling Stones fan, but my first one is a Rolling Stones as Ronnie Wood. Come on. Ronnie Wood is like, he's an incredible musician, and he's played with so many people, but especially with the Rolling Stones. So, but I had to put him there because aside of not being a giant Rolling Stones fan, it doesn't mean I don't like them. It's just not my thing. But my number one was going to be Gilby Clarke, also from the Guns N'
Gilby
Roses,
Clarke.
and because I always loved him, I thought he was awesome. But my favorite, but he has to be my favorite because he bought me a Crown and Coke when I was when I was in LA. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I was actually standing at the bar. I didn't even realize it was him. And what was it? It was the Cat Club before they closed it down. And I was standing there at the bar, and then everybody's got long hair, I mean, this wasn't that long ago. And I asked for a Crown and Coke, and the guy beside me says, I got it. Didn't really look at me. He just looked at the bartender and said, I got it. And I turned around and looked. I was, hey, thanks, man. The guy's still making it, and oh my God, that's Gilby Clarke. But then I'm thinking, everybody looks like Gilby Clarke around here. That's not really him, but you know how it is over there. I mean, they're all out there, and the dude bought me a drink. So by the time that the bartender gave me the drink, he'd already went to the back, because you go back to the back of the Cat Club, and I think that's where the alley was. And I figured he went back there, and I was like, I'm going to go back there and hang out in the alley with Gilby Clarke, and he was gone when I got there. But he bought me a drink. So Gilby Clarke is my favorite rhythm guitar player.
That's pretty cool.
Good enough.
Which Gilby
reason.
Clarke, I think he plays some lead too. I mean,
Yeah, well, I think they all did.
Probably
Well,
most of them do.
Izzy did the, was it the Welcome to the Jungle? Was it the first part? Like, I know Slash started it.
Well, yeah, Slash is doing the
and then Izzy goes down.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of lead thing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Chris, if you have problems with drugs or alcohol,
I got two bands, and I'm confused because I really don't know in detail about the band members, but I noticed Styx had a plethora of rhythm guitarists here.
look at all these words he's pulling out of his.
I'm looking at 6 different guitarists here. Tommy Shaw, James Young.
Oh, Tommy Shaw is a great one.
Yeah.
Lawrence Godwin.
He's a
Ricky
great singer,
Phillips.
Who was that one last one you just said?
Lawrence Godwin.
Who does he play with?
Styx.
Oh.
All these are from Styx. That's what I'm saying. And we got...
I don't know the lead guitar player from Styx. I don't know his name.
Glenn...
I just know Tommy
Bertink.
Shaw. Yeah.
But which one
Tommy Shaw is
what
almost
album did he play on Renegade? What rhythm they had? What rhythm guitarist they had on the album with Renegade on? The news is up, they finally found me.
Well, Tommy Shaw sang Renegade.
Yeah, but he was also like one. I think him and the other lead guitar player swapped a lot of leads.
Yeah, Thomas Shaw's still in the band. He's still.
Tommy Shaw also was with Damn Yankees with Ted Nugent, which was a great band.
Yeah, he'd be the rhythm, the main rhythm, right?
Well, like Trey was saying, I think he and other, they swapped solos.
But I think that they would probably kind of generalize him as the rhythm guitar player because he focused more, just like James Hetfield,
on singing,
focused more on the vocals. But yeah, he was still definitely a lead guitar player in that band.
That is a great. I want to see Styx live, and they're coming close to here.
I saw Tommy Shaw years ago with Peter Frampton and Leonard Skinner.
Oh,
it was a weird lineup there, but he was great
with his voice.
He was fantastic. Cheap Trick, the guy from Cheap Trick, still back then.
Robin Zander.
Mm-hmm. Still a great singer.
Tommy Shaw's still a great singer.
He's still with him.
Can get up there.
I think
he just did the thing with Daryl Hall. You know, Daryl does the
Holland
jamming at Daryl's house.
Daryl's house,
right? Live from Daryl's house,
jamming at Daryl's or whatever.
Live from Daryl's house.
Live from Daryl's.
Yeah, there's one that just came out. I think Daryl's people must have just started putting out new videos or old videos.
Yeah, I saw
maybe
they started back doing that.
Yeah, so they just have a bunch of them.
I used to sit there and watch.
I used to love them.
Oh yeah, and he had Cheap Trick. I mean, he's had almost everybody on.
Chris Daltrey.
He's got a hell of a lineup.
And his
last things he did.
If I'm not mistaken, where he films, isn't that actually at his house?
Supposedly,
supposedly
it's his house.
Like it's like a big.
That's what they say.
Built.
Yeah.
I like to believe it too because that's
and
cool.
It's a nice.
It looks like
too.
it is. I mean, they show them pulling up.
Yeah, it looks like a residence.
And then they have a time where they sit down and have dinner and that sort of thing. So I mean, it looks legit.
But the actual studio, I mean, wherever it's a big, nice studio. I mean,
it's Daryl Hall. It probably is a studio in his house,
especially as small as his house is. If you've ever looked at it.
Yeah, it's cool though. But I'll give him that though. It sometimes it aggravates me because I feel like he always takes the second verse of somebody else's song, and sometimes I feel like maybe don't do it that time. Like he had he had Joe Walsh on there, and Joe Walsh is way up here when he sings, and they were doing "Life's Been Good to Me So Far."
Yeah.
And so Daryl Hall comes in with that second verse. Now he hit it. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't hit it, but it's like, maybe just let Joe. For me, as a guitar player and as a Joe Walsh fan, the Eagles and the James Gang, I was like, no, don't just that's a legend. Just let him. You're a legend too, but just let him sing the whole song.
maybe just keep playing guitar.
Yeah,
hit backups, here and there, but let Joe sing it.
But yeah, like Chris said, that was a good show.
Oh yeah, that was good,
and it still is. Like I said, they've just started recently on their YouTube channel.
I need to start looking
videos.
at that because I liked that show. I really did.
I did too, and I watched so many episodes. I'm like, I mean, it's cool to actually see them talk to the people before they play. Where they're having a conversation and they're talking about.
It's just like
songs.
A jam session.
Well, yeah,
hey, come over, eat some dinner. We'll have some drinks. We'll jam a little while.
Before they're talking about music, and you get to see these people that you grew up listening to.
Yeah.
and
Tell
hear them talk,
stories
tell stories and all.
Yeah.
And it's a cool. The whole show is a cool thing. And then when they actually play, the good thing is that
The band's great.
the band is great. Daryl's band that he has on there is great, but the camera guys, they switch it's like when you watch it almost to the right part where you think it needs to be
Just like these
showing.
camera guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I'm
swapping.
saying
I'm just going 1, 2.
like it's not all focused on one person. It focuses on the whole
Who
band.
it should be,
you know,
yeah. And
it
nobody's left
shows-
out.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Shows
good. That's
everything.
good production.
And that's what I
try to
see,
do.
I like to see everybody playing their instruments and all. You know,
I try to do that back here. I try to be a good
No, you are.
producer and make sure, or director, to make sure that everybody's on camera as much as possible. Get Chris as little as possible. It's funny thing.
Jeez.
I've gotten used to switching cameras without even looking. That's what I'm doing right now. But like when you say something, I'm ready for you.
Probably looking at Jack Skeleton right now.
I am now. They just had Charlie Starr on there not too long ago from Blackberry Smoke.
What? Oh, I got to watch that episode.
They did a couple of them. My only problem, and I'm gonna say this, and if Daryl Hall was to hear it, first of all, thank you for being a listener and a watcher. but what bothered me actually was that it kind of sounded like that Daryl had never listened to a Blackberry Smoke song. I'm going to say it, or maybe it just might be that the vibe is not what he's into, or he could just be having a bad day, whatever. But it just, as a Blackberry Smoke fan, Charlie was fantastic. He knew exactly what he was doing, but he was playing with a band that doesn't play their stuff. So like, there's always there's things that the band does that's different than what he's used to. You know, the muscle memory, I guess. You play any songs night after night.
Yeah, so it was just Charlie. Though? It wasn't.
It was just Charlie. It wasn't the whole band. It was just Charlie. Because Charlie is one of he's slowly getting there already in the guitar world circle. He's already one of your top guitar guys. But there'll be a time not too long from now where he'll be outside of that circle for other people that listen to music will know that he's a big guitar player. But he did great going with a band that wasn't playing exactly like his band. But for me, it was kind of like Daryl had never heard these songs all the way through until that day, maybe. I could be wrong. Probably am, but that's the way it seemed as a viewer.
Well, I need to watch it and see.
Yeah, you'll see what I mean.
That
Not to say it was bad. I'm not saying it was bad at all. I'm just saying that that's the vibe that I got was that they weren't quite that comfortable as what I've seen with other bands, like with Thomas Shaw and with some of the other guys. Yeah.
Oh, you know who another well, and this is in the same veins we've been talking about. Is he does leads too, but I
you
think
say
he's
Bon Jovi, almost kicking the head.
no. The late great Robin Crosby from Rat.
Oh, that's
He you
what
know,
album though?
What album? He was on
Round
all
and
the
Round.
Atlantic recordings, all 5 of them, I think. So he wrote Round and Round and Lay It Down. Round and Round is him and Warren D. Martini have the solos where we used to play it. How you and John would do.
Yeah.
Or William and
It was me and John. Pay attention. That was opportunity for me and John to harmonize with each other. Yes.
But but he was one who he did solos too. But I consider him more of a rhythm guitarist in Rat. But he was a great one too. Of course, he died in 2003, I think.
Was he the real tall one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was 6'5" or 6'6".
Yeah.
Something. He was real tall.
Okay.
He dated Tawny Katane before she married David Coverdale from Whitesnake.
Yep.
And but he.
Chris, do you know who Tawny Katane is?
No, but something just kicked me in my face. I forgot to mention it too. God Almighty! I got a third one. Hold on, let me look him up.
You heard something about White Snake and you got a third one.
Hold on, I got.
He thought of Tawny Katane and he had a third one.
I'm excited.
No, he's talking about White
Well, I
Snake.
think it was when I said David Coverdale. That was when he
Oh, yeah.
he got the third one.
He's talking about White Snake, the band now.
Oh, yeah. Don't Google White Snake right now.
Trey, you can look at my stuff.
No, I promise. What you got there, Chris? Chris, you shouldn't be doing that don't tell people that you're going to, I just thought of something. Let me look it up, because now we're all just sitting there.
Wait.
Well, keep talking. Anyway, so now I don't know what I was looking up.
You mean play a song while we wait?
I got it. I got it.
Why are you looking up? Robert Crosby, though. He, I think he ended up, he got on drugs real bad. Like many of them did back in the early 80s and all. But I think he ended up, I think he had HIV too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And he started.
I thought he had something completely different.
He had HIV, and then he started gaining a lot of weight.
I got it.
And he was in a.
All right, who gives a shit what you're talking about? It's my turn.
Too late.
Right before he died, and I think he died in 2003. Because I think I read something where Stephen Piercy, the singer for Rat, posted something about a 20-year anniversary of Robert Crosby's death. So that would put it at 2003, I think.
Yeah.
But Robert Crosby, I think, was a great.
Hey, cheers to him, Bo.
He was really good with Stills and Nash too.
Really good.
All right, Chris.
So I got a question. I got a question before I have my answer.
Buy me a drink or fix me a drink.
Because you really don't know what he is, and I believe that you would agree with me. Mark Knopfler.
Lead guitar player.
Yeah, lead guitar player.
He's a lead guitar player?
Yes.
Yes.
How would you
3 for 3.
He's literally like on your top guitarist list, and they don't say just separated from lead or what rhythm. How you think?
I'll pay it off.
That's what you spent all that time looking that up. And Mark Knopfler. He couldn't even say his name right.
Well, how's it pronounced? How's it pronounced then?
How'd you pronounce it?
Knopfler? Knopfler.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, man. He's not a rhythm guitar player.
No.
Well, a good thing I got a good second one.
What's your second?
John Bon Jovi.
How are you going to put John Bon Jovi?
Hold on. Mic drop.
Oh my God. Do you realize that causes problems? How are you going to put John Bon Jovi as a guitar player, period? He
plays the guitar, and he plays it really well rhythmically.
Yeah. But when he plays...
He has a plethora of songs that he plays rhythmically.
Half the time you don't even hear him playing his guitar.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
On Shot Down in a Blaze of Glory.
You've been watching Young Guns.
Yeah.
That's Emilio Estevez. What you talking about?
Yeah.
I think didn't Jeff Beck play on Blaze of Glory?
I don't know. It's possible.
Bon Jovi played on.
Well, I mean
on the movie.
That wouldn't.
Hold on. I got
Blaze
one.
of Glory is John Bon Jovi's solo.
Solo.
Oh, that's right.
Thing.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not Bon
yeah, you're
Jovi.
right.
And he was in
That's
the
just
movie.
John Bon Jovi. But
Told you.
That's not.
yeah, but
He's not
John
talking
Bon
about-
Jovi had a bunch of musicians come in and play, and I think Jeff Beck. Well, I know Jeff Beck played on the album. I don't know if it was on Blaze of Glory or not, but because as a matter of fact, that was I think I saw an interview with John Bon Jovi where he was asked who he thought his favorite guitarist was, like hands down, who was the guitarist you think is like the best ever. He said, hands down, Jeff Beck. He said, because he come in and played on the Blaze of Glory, album. He said he did stuff when he walked in, picked up the guitar. He said that I've never seen anybody do. And to me, I'm not that familiar with Jeff Beck. I've heard a few of his stuff, and I think he's a great guitarist too. But I mean, to me, that says a lot for John Bon Jovi to say, I think he's the best guitarist I know. That.
Yeah. I always have a hard time when, and we talked about it before, when it comes to who you think is the best. Because I always have to go back and say, well, how can you compare one to the other when they all have their different influences and the styles and all this kind of thing?
Well, how about Travis Meeks? Anybody know who that is?
The one you just looked up?
Travis Meeks. Is that from Days of the New?
He just looked it up.
He's a good... Anybody in that band's good at a guitar. You put a guitar in their hand...
Travis Meeks, did he sing?
Why didn't you go with
Todd Whitaker?
Why didn't you go with something I gave you, like Edgar Allan Poe or
Yeah.
Charles Dickens. He was a great
Ernest Hemingway was
Todd
fantastic.
Whitener.
Ernest
Excuse me.
Hemingway's a shredder.
Oh,
now.
that's right. He was a lead
Whitener.
guitar player.
Yeah.
Todd Whitener. Yeah.
Who was Todd Whitener?
Jack
He's finding-
Kevorkian.
Chris is finding all these people on Google right now. and
Y'all
he's
don't
like-
know nothing about him.
But then he comes back and goes like, "How about Todd Whitener?" You don't know. He didn't know until he looked.
Was that Robert Wagner's brother?
He invented the thing that helps you.
Look at that.
He invented the thing that helps you paint fences with a sprayer.
Come on. I mean, listen. Wait, there's more. That's that guy, the pitchman.
I think we got the bill. So, Chris.
No, wait a minute. I ain't done
You
saying.
almost got.
I got. Listen,
You
I'm
said a
talking
lot.
about. No,
You said a lot.
I'm
Hurry up
talking
for it.
about Days of the New.
Hurry up before your nights and weekends
Tell
run out.
me that's not the best rhythm section you've ever heard in your life in
Days
the
in the New
90s.
is excellent, but Travis Meeks wasn't that the singer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
can
played
he
guitar,
still
too.
play? I know he played guitar very well, but can he still play?
No, he sold 3 fingers to buy
I
some
don't
crack
know.
rock.
So I think we're trying to come up with a rhythm guitar player who was known for being a rhythm guitar player, and
That's
not
him.
necessarily.
Known for being.
But he's a
getting
singer,
rid of
though,
the-
You ever
said.
heard of him?
Yeah.
No, I didn't Google him like you did just now.
I didn't Google
Well, actually,
it.
I think Chris is on goggle. He's not on Google.
Oh, that's right. He's
That's my pick. Travis Meeks.
Good
And
pick.
he is.
That was a good pick,
He's a
I
good
think.
guitar player.
Do I need to go in details?
No.
Now,
I don't think you
an
could if you
electric-
wanted
Is
to.
he known as a rhythm electric guitar player, or is?
What are you? I'm confused
just
about what
here.
you are.
I'm confused about what I am.
Was
most
Travis
of the time.
Travis Meeks he played the electric a lot on their albums?
50-50 problem.
Nope.
Why
He
you-
played acoustic.
Are you sure?
Okay. Oh.
You didn't know that, did you?
Days in the New is mainly an electric band, though. I mean,
Chris knew though.
That's right. I knew.
So if they mainly an electric band, how did he play acoustic?
He
It was plugged in.
sneaked it in.
they had that one.
He sneaked it in.
It was in drop L. Couldn't hear it.
No, you're right. Yeah, he played acoustic.
Yeah, they were known as an acoustic band.
Yeah,
Good job, Chris.
yeah, that was.
Thank
that
y'all.
was-
I worked hard on
I
that.
give you 2 thumbs up on that.
Appreciate it.